Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to our Nazirah syllabus beginner level 1 class. If you have this book, Talimul-Qur'an, it's a really useful book. It's basically our syllabus for the course. And we're going to continue with the rule of Waqf today. This is lesson number 21 on page 85 of the book. And I'm just going to read that top paragraph. Waqf means to stop or pause. During the recitation, pausing at the end of a meaningful sentence or a verse with a break of breath is called waqf. The correct way of pausing at various types of Quranic words is explained below. So I think all of you have already covered numbers 1 to 7, and today I've highlighted it. It's rule number 8. So you may know that this letter here is called Ta al-Marbuta. So Ta al-Marbuta is a slightly special letter because you may know that sometimes it is pronounced Ta, the way we recite it is Ta, but also sometimes it loses those 2 dots and it becomes a Ha. So this is what happens when you have a pause or when you have a waqf or stop at the end of a verse or even in the middle of a verse if you're reciting. So what happens is whatever strokes may be above or below the ta marbuta, they will disappear. So if you look over here on the left and you see the red letter, you will see that dammatain, yes, the tanween, that's gone, right? And in its place instead, we have got the sakin, the sukoon is there. And also another thing that happens with tal marbuta is it loses those 2 dots. You know that when we see the ta marbuta with 2 dots, then we make the sound ta. But here on the, because of our pausing, the dots will disappear and it becomes ha sakina. So where you would originally read this word here, which I'll highlight now, you'll read this word. If you are not going to pause and you are just going to read through, then you would read this word as musfiratun, right? But if you're going to pause after this word, if there is the end of the verse or you've run out of breath and you have to stop, then you are not going to say musfiratun anymore, but you will recite like this, musfira, all right? So I hope that makes sense. It's a bit of a tricky one to get your head round, but inshallah, I hope it makes sense. So let's go on to some examples now. We've got a few minutes. So this is from Suratul Bayyinah. And I think that I was told that you have already practiced some verses of Suratul Bayyinah. So let's see if we have anyone who is ready to do a little bit of recitation with me. Okay. GB13676 Hassan, Assalamu alaikum. Okay, Hassan. Let's see if you can recite with me. Can you please recite Ta'uz and Tasmiyah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Good. So I would like you to just show me or tell me, can you see Ta marbuta at the end of the verse? Yeah, you can see it. And what word is it?
It's a ta with the dhamma.
Oh, ta marbuta with dhamma on it, right? Madmoom, tal marbuta, good. And if I was going to carry on reading and not pause, then how would I, let's start from here. How would I recite this portion of the verse if I was just going to carry on and not stop?
تأتيهم البينة رسولا من الله.
Good, Jazakallah. Okay, so that's absolutely right. Because it's tal marbuta madboom, you would just carry on and recite it. But obviously, this is at the end of the verse. So how are we going to recite it now, Beta, from Ta'tiyahum again?
تعطيهم البينة.
Very good. Jazakallah. Really well done. So that's absolutely right. The Tal Marbuta changes into a Ha Sakina. Okay, that's the rule to remember. It's not going to be a Ta sound at the end. All right, let's go on to the next verse. And I've got GB 11259 Anaya. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, Anaya, please can you recite Ta'uz and Tasmiya?
Yes. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رسول من الله.
Sorry, Anaya. I just wanted to ask you first to identify the letter at the end of the verse, verse 3.
It is a ta.
Yeah, Ta al-Murbuta. Okay, that's the name of this letter. And what's these strokes here?
Fatha tanween.
Fatha tanween or fathatain. Right. Okay. So now I would like you to just recite this part of the verse, but you're not going to stop. Okay? You're going to carry on until fiha. Okay? So how would you recite it if you are not going to stop?
Suhafam mutahharah.
Suhu, because this is Dhamma. Okay, this is Dhamma. Sorry, it's not very clear, I know, on the screen. Suhu fammu. Okay?
فمطهرة فيها.
Okay, so let's start again now from the beginning of the verse, and this time I do want you to stop at the end of the verse. So start from Rasulun.
رسول من الله يتلو صحفا فمطهرة.
Good. Jazakallah, Anaya. Okay, so that was Anaya, followed the rule, absolutely. And the Tal Marbuta with the Fathatain turned into the Ha Sakina. Okay, so I hope that all of you are getting the gist. We'll do one more and then we'll go into our breakout rooms. Okay, so who shall we ask? GB15575 Mashal, Assalamu alaikum. Jazbaz, GB20762, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam, Jazba. Okay, please recite Ta'uz and Tasmiya.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فيها كتب قيمة.
So how would we recite this? If we were going to carry on and not stop, how would you recite it? Qayyima. What are you going to say after that?
قيمة ذا.
Okay. And if we are going to stop now, that's correct. You are right. You would say qayyimatun. And if we are going to stop, because this is the end of the verse, so we should stop, right? So how will you recite the verse? Start from fiha again.
فيها كتب قيمة.
Very nice, mashallah. Okay, jazakallah. That was great.